What's up, everybody? It is Wednesday night, and it's time for Super Geeked Up! Yeah! All right, what's up? My name is Jeff. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is your live weekly geeky pop culture show. The music was so great, we're going to play it twice. Anyway, thank you, folks, for tuning in. If you haven't watched our show before, we do a mix of geeky chat, fun geeky discussions, and some zany improv-style games. So we're going to do that tonight. I am joined once again by guest co-host from Sincere Sarcasm. It is Francis Fernandez.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Thanks for
that
being here.
That Joker trailer really got to me. You know.
And he's been on our show multiple times in the past, and he co-hosts the DC Action Hour show we do sometimes on this channel. He is from Genretainment, and he's the co-founder, I guess I would say, right, of the upcoming Kwc Film Fest. It is Marx Pyle.
Woohoo! Hey, everybody.
Woohoo! He's excited. All right, thanks for being here. Good to have you back.
I'm overwhelmed.
Oh, thank you. Thank you for having me on.
We're gonna have a bunch of people in the live chat. Thank you guys so much for watching. Victor Snyder in the YouTube chat says he's dancing on the table to the theme song. It is quite catchy, so I'm glad you're dancing. Very good. Listeners Mate says my 3 favorite people. Hey, that's nice. Look at that. Thank you, sir. I appreciate that. Chaz in the chat, this is before we got going, people were chatting. He says he just finished watching Bumblebee followed by Aquaman, both fantastic fun movies.
Ooh,
cool.
Hey, that's a good cool.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see Bumblebee. Actually, I want to watch because I didn't get to see it in theaters. So
I heard it's good.
It is. I enjoyed it very much.
I think they need to do a crossover.
What Bumblebee Aquaman crossover?
Yeah, great.
Sure. Transform into a whale. All right,
yeah, Transformers, Aquaforce.
Oh, here's somebody who hasn't watched in a long time. This is a buddy of ours. He's been on the show many times. Deepu Bhattacharya. Oh boy, I'm gonna fuck it up like I always do. Bhattacharya. Sorry, man. That's not right at all. Anyway, Deepu, good to see you. He's from the Pantsless Detective series online.
Oh yeah.
It's so great to see you, man. And Tammy's here. Also, Ariella Strauss, and I want to give a special shout out to Ariella. Because not only did she do some super chats last week, but she is our newest Patreon. She became a Patreon after our show last week, making an awesome $20 pledge. Thank you so much, Ariella. You rock. Yeah, give it up for Ariella. She's, I'm going to play the music again just for her. Here you go. All right, there you go.
I can't hear it, but
I know. Yeah, just pretend. All right, thank you guys. All right, so hey, let's get into it. So we like to start off with our super geeky question of the day. And today's question is, hey, well, as I'm sure many of you are aware, Shazam comes out this Friday. I personally am super excited to see it. And so if you were able to transform into an adult superhero when you were a kid, what would you do with your powers? All right. Marx, let's start with you.
What superhero would I turn into? Or what would I do with my
so
powers?
let's pretend you were a kid and you got to turn into a superhero, kind of like Shazam, right? What would you do with your powers if you were a kid and you got to do that?
I was thinking about what superhero. Oh my gosh. Now it's so much more complicated.
Right. You know what? We'll go to Francis while you think about it.
Oh, I would be terrible. I've always known as a kid I would be a supervillain if I ever had powers.
What?
And, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh. All right. We have to be Nemesis.
Yeah,
I have to fight you.
Well, I think the very first thing I would do, because this was the first superpower that I thought was really kind of interesting when I was a kid, having watched Superman, but flying in, reversing the axis of the Earth and turn back time. I didn't know any better. Okay,
so
I had no.
Do you want to just do that for fun, or do you actually wanted to change something in the past?
No. I wouldn't want to change. I would want to experience the past. I wouldn't do all my villain
so
stuff.
you want to go like way in the past?
Oh yeah, I would love to kind of.
He was just reversing like a day or so, right? That's all he was doing.
Oh yeah, I'd probably be at it for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
so
you want to go like I want to go back to the Cretaceous.
Yeah. Oh, dude, I was so into dinosaurs when I was a child.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I still love dinosaurs.
It's easier to take over all of humanity before humanity exists. So.
Exactly.
In the chat, by the way, Carrie Johnson Carrie says he'd be Brightburn. Is that a Shazam villain?
No, Brightburn is the new movie where if Superman became kind of like crazy and killed people.
Yeah, it's like the origin of Superman, where a family, like two parents or a couple, find an alien orphan falling from the sky, except he doesn't turn out to be nice.
No. Oh, it's bad.
It's pretty cool. Pretty cool idea.
It is cool. No, I'm not gonna lie. It is very cool.
By the way, Scorpio says this show rocks on YouTube. Thank you so much. And Insane Matt is doing a Super Curl raid on Twitch. What is that? I forget what that is on Twitch. Is that when people come over from another show?
Yeah, from another. Yeah, normally they'll come in from another. Another viewer or a streamer.
Oh my god! Well, thank you guys. Welcome. This is the first time we've gotten a raid on Twitch. Most of our viewers are on YouTube. That's fantastic. Yeah, welcome. Whoever gave us thank you so much. Whoever did the raid. That's great. Really appreciate it. Thank you for watching. So let's. And then Dreamy Dark says I want to see Brightburn as well. Okay, great. So sorry, Mark, if you had an answer to this. By the way, if you just joined us, folks, we're talking. If you were, our first geeky question is, if you could get like Shazam-like powers when you were a kid, if you could turn into a superhero, what would you do with your powers? So, Marcus, go ahead.
So, one of my favorite superheroes when I was really young was the Flash. I really like the super speed ability, because then you could travel anywhere, and you can nobody can beat you up or anything, whatever. And you can travel around the world pretty quick and easy. With low gas mileage, but also, of course, Martian Manhunter powers are great.
I knew it.
Right? Telepathy is great. Read minds. Be nice to know what people are thinking. Shape change to whatever. That's always nice.
That's the power.
All right,
so that's a great ability powers. So I would use those powers to travel the world and also fight Francis, because apparently he's evil.
You need to. Because I intend to wreak havoc, guys. I'm going to rule this world. See, the thing is, the thing is, Marx, you kind of hinted at what I was thinking of when I meant going back in time, is rule the world from the beginning. So that's kind of my mentality when I think of him.
I never knew you. I was hanging out with you all the time here. I didn't know you're so evil. Jeez,
dude.
It's always the ones you never think. All right. Well, you guys are doing that. I'm going to use my powers. To just, because again, I'm imagining I'm a kid, right? Like I'm a preteen or a teenager, turning into an adult superhero. I'm going to just use my powers to impress girls, so I can actually get girls to make out with me and get a girlfriend. And then I'm also going to beat up all the fucking bullies in school as well.
There you go.
Yeah.
The telepathy really helps with the dating. That's always good.
Yeah, if I ruled the world, I'd get all the girls. Mostly because they have to.
I don't want to force them.
No, they'll be impressed.
It's dark.
Yeah. Like, what's going on?
By
impressed by your evil villainly overlordish stuff.
By maniacal powers. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Is that
look at my dinosaur I grabbed?
The girls nowadays.
Yeah. And the voice.
Oh yeah, girls like bad boys, right? So hey.
Mark same wavelength.
OG Queen Praetorian, who is Rachel in the chat, says, I will rule this world with my superpowers. Yeah, I believe it. Actually, better watch out for her. And Dreamy Dark says, power corrupts. That's right, Francis. You better watch out.
Apparently.
Yeah.
Though Victor says a good hero needs a great villain. So that is very true.
Oh, well.
And Chaz says, I'm with you, Jeff. All right, yeah. Chaz likes my idea of using powers to get girls. All right, so let's see here. Let's share some. You know what? We have to answer on the Facebook to this question earlier in the day.
Oh, cool.
Sure.
So let's see here. Carrie Johnson had said, when you're a kid, everything's too big and people try to push you over so easily. I would have wanted to be the Incredible Hulk. Anger is a common emotion for kids, and to know that I could use that anger to transform into a huge rage monster is an appealing fantasy for a little kid. Of course, with all that power, I'd go after all the bullies in school. There you go. He's on my mindset. He's thinking.
Yeah.
Also, Carrie's in the chat right now. Thank you for watching, Carrie.
Yeah.
Oh, and Tammy says, so Jeff would be Booster Gold. Yes, you're right. I actually love Booster Gold. Mainly because I would have Skeets, who is like the best robot companion you could ever ask for, I feel.
He is, yeah.
And oh, Deepu says, Jeff, sounds like you want all the superpowers promised in those ads in old comic books. I know exactly what he means. Like, I remember there was this one, like, where this scrawny guy would be like pushed by a bully on the beach, and then he like, what did he do? He drank something or took some
kicking sand in his face, and yeah, then he'd take something and be all bulky.
Yeah, he got all bulked up, and then he like punched the guy out and got the girl.
Yeah, I remember seeing those in the old comics.
Good.
That and X-ray glasses, you know.
Yep. And by the way, Rachel says she has belly dancing superpowers. I definitely believe those would be superpowers.
Cool. Yeah, I believe. Yeah. Sure.
That's good, Rachel.
I would also. Yeah.
Cool. Let's see here. Scorpio on Facebook had said, young Scorpio Moon would prank his parents into thinking he was drafted into a super secret military program or work study or some such thing, so he wouldn't have to go to school and have all day free to play. That's actually pretty clever. I like that.
Yeah, it's good.
Yeah. What else do people on Facebook say, Francis?
Tammy says, I would have wanted powers to save the family farmers, help grow crops where they were needed, clean the waterways of pollution, and stop the polar ice caps from melting. Basically, be Captain Planet. Hey, you're a hero.
That's very nice, man. Let's look. See, our viewers are really good about, they would do noble stuff.
Yeah,
even, no villains yet, Francis.
No, I'm only going so far. Because, like, here, look, Paul says that for him it was a Shazam and Superman. He said, I would fly to visit family, go around to stop wars. I would make it known I don't want that shit happening, and would let both radicals and world leaders know I'm here to help and stay out of the way.
My favorite part of that is like he would go to world leaders and like, hey, listen, I don't want that shit happening. Those wars, you better knock it off.
Look, I mean, you guys were some altruistic kids, man. I was just like, control the world.
Yeah. So, and Rachel in Facebook said, if I were a kid and could transform into something like Captain Marvel or Supergirl, then I would dedicate my life to helping those in need. And of course, every now and then I may snag a free donut.
With her superpowers, get any donut in the world.
I think you could get plenty of free donuts if you were a superhero.
Yeah.
I would think so.
I would think so.
I would just have a sign like tip with donuts. Trade job, saving the building from a fire. Here's a donut. Thank you, kind citizen.
It's a pretty legit reward. I can't lie about that.
Yeah.
Kind of want a donut now.
Now, yeah, great. Donuts for everybody. All right, free donuts. All right, folks, we're going to, later on in the show, we're going to do Ultimate Geek Championship. We're going to pit some fictional characters against each other and debate who would win. We'll have you guys make some suggestions. We're going to talk to Marx about his film fest coming up and other stuff. But now it's time for our first game of the night. It is called Make an Awesome Movie Even Better. So what we did here is we have selected a scene from a famous movie. This is from The Empire Strikes Back because Star Wars is my favorite thing of all time. So Marx and I are going to do this scene from The Empire Strikes Back. This is the scene where Luke first encounters Yoda on Dagobah. So we're going to do the scene, but however, we're going to do the characters in some kooky accents. Kooky for the scene anyway, not that the accents themselves are... Well, they're going to be bad.
Or they might be. Yeah.
They're going to be really bad. Yeah, we'll just tell you that right now. So I am going to perform Yoda with a French accent, and Marx. We went through a whole bunch of different accents on the pre-show, but I think Marx, are you gonna start with an Italian? Is that what we settled on?
Yeah, we'll see where the force takes me.
Yeah, it may lead in very different ways, but that's where we're gonna start. He's gonna do Luke with an Italian accent, and I will do Yoda with a French accent. By the way, people are discussing nothing but donuts now in the chat. Chris wants glazed donuts. Scorpio says I could eat like 100 maple donuts right now. That's a lot of donuts. You gotta be a superhero to eat that many donuts.
As it should be. As it should be. They're doing it right.
It'd be funny if Captain Marvel or Shazam ate so many donuts, you just get like super fat, and he's just like Shazam.
Oh, he can't. He's a superhero. He can't.
I know he can't. It's magic.
Yeah, his magic would keep him in good shape.
If it was only that easy.
By the way, folks, a little later in the show, if you want to see me turn into Shazam, you're going to see that right now, because right now, a little later. 'Cause I got very excited. I wanted to show it right now.
Everything that's happening now is happening now.
Shazam! All right. But I have a video from Wondercon of me turning into Shazam. We're going to show you some pics from Wondercon. Francis and I were there. We had a great time. And we'll talk a little bit about that later in the show. Oh, yeah. Tammy, by the way, says Yoda should be played by a pompous Shakespearean actor. That's a good idea. That's way above my acting ability, Tammy. So I'm going to do French.
Oui.
Oh, I like. Hey, Rachel just put a chocolate covered donut in the chat. I like it.
Ooh, I love chocolate covered donuts.
That's all I'm gonna, just, you know.
All right, you ready for this scene? Ready for the Empire Strikes Back? Luke landing on Dagobah.
Born ready for this.
Encountering Yoda. I know you've been waiting for the whole life to do this on the show.
Exciting.
All right, take it away.
Still, there's something familiar about this place. I feel like I don't know.
Oh, feel like what?
Like we're being watched.
Away with your weapon! I mean you no harm.
You got another line.
Oh, I'm sorry. I do. I am wondering, why are you here?
I'm looking for someone.
Look in, I found someone you have, I would say.
Right.
Help you I can, yes, oh yeah.
I don't think so. I'm looking for the great warrior.
Oh, great warrior was not make one great.
Oh, put that down. Hey, that's my dinner. I don't know what's happening now.
How can you get so big? Eat the food of this kind. Now I'm doing Italian. All right.
Whew. Listen, friend, we didn't mean to land in that puddle. And if we could get our ship out, we would. But we can't. So why don't you just...
Oh, I cannot get your ship out.
Oh. I'm switching back. Hey, you could have a broken this. Don't do with that. Oh, you're making a mess. Hey, give me that.
That is mine, or I will help you not.
I don't want your help. I want my lamp back. I needed to get it out of the slime mud hole.
Oh, mud hole, a slimy, my home this is. All right, you know what? Let's just stop there.
I was waiting for Marx to go, I wish I knew how to quit you. Never mind.
Oh, yeah. Little broke back.
Yeah. That was very good. Thank you very much.
Oh, God. Whew. All right, some of the most fun I've had on the show ever.
I love the hand gestures, all of the hand, every hand gesture.
So Tammy said Jeff's an exaggerated Lumiere. Yeah, that's a good call, actually.
Oh man.
I think Slitchman or somebody had said Francis is on the floor during that.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that was hilarious. That was funny.
Oh, and Lichtenberg says I was more Creole than French. Yeah, that's fine. Sure. I don't know.
A little bit of there.
You were trying for that.
Yeah, exactly. Good catch. That the difference there that you caught that.
There you go.
Carrie says that Italian accent sounds like a cross between Jar Jar Binks and the guy who enslaved Anakin and his mom.
Right. That's what I noticed. It was like turning into Jar Jar. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Let's go Southern. Weird, exaggerated Southern.
Wait, who? He means the flying guy, right? Guido. What's his name?
Yeah, and that's a little Italianish.
What's his name?
Andy. Oh, Andy.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that guy.
Why can't I think of his name? It's gonna kill me. All right, put it in the chat, folks.
Isn't it Guido? Isn't it? No, that's not Guido. It's not Guido.
Not Greedo. Not Greedo either.
No.
Watto? I don't know. It's not Watto. That's wrong. We're saying the names of every other characters in sci-fi except the one we want.
I would have loved the Jar Jar Binks from Marx.
I should have done it. Oh well.
He's not looking for a friend.
All right, folks. That was Make an Awesome Movie. Even better. Let us know if you like that. We'll do some more of it.
Well done, guys. Well done. Bravo.
All right. We're going to talk about Wondercon in a minute. We got another geeky question for you. We're going to do Ultimate Geek Championship. But first, let's talk to our guest. So Marx, so there's actually something new Marx is doing since the other times he's been on the show. So he started a new film fest. So why don't you tell people about that?
Yeah, so it's called KWC Film Fest. So we're at Kentucky Wesleyan College. That's why it's KWC. And it's we got a wide selection of films, both from local area, but also international. We got some from Spain and Germany and
from France.
Not Italy. Not Italy though.
What would the French movie sound like, Marx?
Subtitles. No. Oh. We did get one French. It didn't get picked though, unfortunately. But
what are you talking about? That is an outrage.
That's why I got a phone call. It's like, what is it up with this?
I don't understand. This is.
I do not understand.
We're losing all our French viewers. This is terrible. I'm sorry. We really love you guys in France. I actually love France. I mean, we both been, Marx. It's like a fantastic country.
I've been to France. I love France. So,
hey, my series though, Super Knocked Up, is in his festival, so I'm excited about that. Thanks for.
Yes, yeah. So that's one of the web series, and yeah. So we have a wide selection of really cool films, including sci-fi ones, and partnering up with Sci-Fi Pulse .net. Like Ian, who's I don't know if you had him on the show or not before. I think you have at some point. But so we have a Sci-Fi Pulse Award for best science fiction, fantasy, and horror work. So yeah, so it should be a lot of fun. We also have workshops there. We're gonna have like business and acting and suspense with the camera, with a guest who's known as the Hitchcock Whisperer. So he's an expert in Alfred Hitchcock, and he's got a lot of. What were you thinking, Francis?
I thought he was just going Hitchcock.
And so he uses a lot of that, for examples of how to do suspense and other works. So it should be really, really interesting workshop, really cool workshop. So yeah, it's a nice mix of not just watching, but also educational stuff with workshops and working opportunities. One of my film students there at the school actually got one of his films selected that he did with friends of his in the United Kingdom. So they speak with British accents.
Marx, would you like to give an example?
So yeah, so it's a nice selection. I'm looking forward to it.
Chris and Deepu are offering you congrats on the new festival in the chat. Lister's Mate says Kentucky Wesleyan is a great school. I know a few people got a business degree from there.
Oh, nice.
Oh, wow.
There you go.
Awesome. And so it's held at the school. Is that where it's being held?
Uh-huh. It's held at the college. We have run it simultaneously in a few different locations. Because one location has a little bit more. It has a few screenings there, but it's more of the workshops. And then the other locations is all screenings. So on a big screen in a big hall.
Nice. That sounds a lot of fun.
It's this Saturday, right? April 6th, pretty much all day long?
Yep, from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time this Saturday. So we'll announce the award winners at the end and probably put that online that night or soon after. So
I hope they get trophies.
Sure.
Yeah, maybe.
You just made him get trophies. Nice job, Francis.
Oh, sorry.
He's like, we were gonna do a piece of paper that I did.
We're gonna give him that R2D2 behind you. That's what.
Oh.
But no, but it is the first year. What's really cool that we want to do is make it really open to the community, so it's free admission, and we didn't charge very much for submissions either. So yeah,
cheapest film festival I've ever submitted to. Love it.
Yeah, we used some grant money to help support the festival and do the workshops and stuff. So,
way to go! That's the way to do it.
That is supported. People like it.
Yeah, it should be about the fun and the exposure, not just about the money.
Oh man, I wish all festivals had that idea. That would be amazing. So kudos to you. Chris says, "I wish I could attend. That Hitchcock Whisperer would be quite interesting to hear from."
Yeah,
that's cool.
And I promise he won't whisper. It'd be creepy.
Hitchcock.
Let's talk about suspense.
Right. That's all he does.
And let's see. You also, people can check you out over at Genretainment, right? As well.
Me, yes. Genretainment podcast. Yes, we interview. I thought you were saying that Genretainment was at the festival.
What?
Yeah. So Genretainment is an interview podcast that I do with Julie, and we interview various guests. We've done well over 100 episodes, and from various writers and filmmakers, directors, actors, and such. So some of them are big time or more well known. Some of them are independent creators, have an underground following. So,
all right, it's awesome. I love underground followings.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't ask.
Cult followings.
Cult followings actually are the best, man. Cult followings are the best, man. You got super dedicated people. Like the people who watch Super Geeked Up Live, like you guys. You are super dedicated, and we love you. You're awesome.
Yes.
Speaking of number of episodes, and I'm not saying this to outdo the one you just mentioned, but we had kind of a milestone last week, and I just forgot to mention it, so I want to mention it now that you reminded me. Last week we did our 250th episode of Super Geeked Up. So that was pretty awesome. Yeah.
Wow.
And I probably should have said something on air, but I forgot. So thank you guys, everybody who's particularly anybody who's been here from the beginning, but anytime, if you've watched from any time whatsoever, thank you very much. Much appreciated. On the way to 300.
Woohoo!
Yeah, but over 100 is awesome, man. Like, hey, that's a TV, right? Over 100, and you're like good to go for syndication, right?
Syndication, man.
Yeah, not a lot of shows get up to 300. Supernatural.
Well, yes. What 20 years of Supernatural you're gonna get to?
Yeah.
But so at 300, does that mean you're gonna go all bare chested and fight the fight versions? 300.
Fight the what?
Oh, the movie 300. I see what he's going with.
Oh, okay.
I was like, what is he talking about? Why would I?
Versions. Yeah.
Oh, Persians. I thought you said virgins. I was like,
I'm going to fight those virgins.
That's very confused.
I don't have any problem with virgins, Francis. I don't know what your deal is.
And you can only fight virgins bare-chested.
Because that will scare them off, right? Yeah. Like, no, we can't have sex. Get away. I don't know. Virgins are very welcome here at Super Geeked Up. Yeah. So many bad quotes.
People of all sexual experiences are welcome here.
Absolutely. All sexual orientations, all sexual experiences, whatever. All right.
All right, moving on.
This is going to be the most quoted show we've ever done. Chris says, congrats on episode 250. Thank you, sir. DP says, happy sextercentennial, ? Yeah, I'll take that. If that's a 250, sure.
Or the sister of 100. I don't know.
Victor says, great. Now I have to quit the vampire cult. This just sucks. Okay. You can stay in it. It's fine. I like vampires. Vampires are very welcome too. Mm-hmm. All right, let's just chat a little bit about WonderCon, and then we'll do some other geeky stuff. Okay. Tammy says Jeff gets to 300. He does a show as gender bent Harley Quinn. Oh no.
Ooh, I think that's a good idea.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah. I knew you guys were gonna say that.
Well, I mean, it makes sense.
Can you do it in the voice? Can you do a voice?
Mr. J.
There you go. And then you could be Joker, Francis. Is perfect. Perfect.
See if I wonder if I can be French Harley. Nope, I can't do it. I have to do a deep French. Can't do it.
Hello, Mr. J.
That's not bad. All right, Tammy. Now maybe I'll just go to $2.99 and stop.
Well, that was it. Hope you enjoyed.
All right. So WonderCon happened last weekend. This is a con put on by Comic-Con, but it's not as big, so it's kind of a medium-sized con. It's super awesome. Oh, sorry. Ariel says, Jeff, I tweeted direct mail my book cover to me. Oh, thank you so much. I can't wait to check it out. Yeah, Ariel has an awesome mythology book she's working on, working on a lot of different like Norse and Greek mythology stuff. Sounds super cool. I'm looking forward to checking that out after the show. Thank you, Ariella. And thank you for all your support as well. Again, guys, hey guys, if you want to do a super chat, that's a new thing we're doing. You can, there's a little money icon below your YouTube chat. You can put any amount you want and get your chat highlighted like Ariel did the past 2 weeks.
If you donate $1,000 he will go as gender bent Harley Quinn.
Yes, I will do that.
At $1,000, $1,000.
Tammy
For
said,
500, he'll take off his shirt and challenge any virgin to a fight.
Tammy says, Jeff, you know we love you. Yes, I know, Tammy. Thank you, guys. You're the best. I love all you guys, too. All right, so WonderCon. We'll just chat a little bit about this, and I'll show you some pics of Francis and I, and a bunch of cool cosplay, and then I'll play a little Shazam video for you too after this. But Francis, I want to start with you. Any big takeaways from WonderCon? Highlights?
I mean, look, WonderCon is one of my favorite cons. It's one of the first ones I've ever been to when I was starting to go to conventions, so it has a special place in my heart. One of the things that I definitely take out of WonderCon every year is just the amazing cosplay. I love WonderCon for its cosplay.
I'm showing some of that right now to the viewers, but you know what I'm going to say? That this is one of the best cons for cosplay I've seen. And you and I have been to a lot of cons, but the cosplayers were unenforced this year. I thought they really, they were amazing.
Oh yeah, 100%. Like they went all out this year. I know that there may be other cons that may emphasize that cosplay, but you know, on the West Coast, this is the place to go. I think when you want to go and see just people dressed up in the most amazing costumes, it is absolutely fantastic. And the other thing I just want to say about WonderCon and why I love it so much, it is probably the most laid-back con that still gives out some pretty big news, like Mark Hamill being the voice of the new Chucky, or you know, showing off the first few episodes of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Like they do some pretty big stuff here, but at the same time, it's kind of a laid-back con. You know, you don't feel like rushed or pressured to have to hit everything, and you just feel good just hanging out with your people. You know, it's a great hangout with the geek crowd type of place, and that's one of my favorite things about this con.
I agree. It is an awesome con. It is one of my favorites as well. So one of the cool,
that multi-armed Spider-Woman was really cool.
Oh, are you watching you have the stream up too? Is that how you can see it?
Yeah, I clicked it on so I can watch.
Oh, good. Yeah. No, that Spider-Woman, which she had the multiple arms, that was super awesome. There was I didn't put him up, but there was a Doc Ock guy who had all the arms too. Super cool.
Yeah, it was really good.
Yeah. Yeah, so awesome, so many awesome cosplay. Thank you for all the cosplayers for letting us take all those awesome pics. So I got to see the Dark Phoenix panel, which a bunch of the actors were there. But what was really cool is they showed 2 different clips, but these were not like really short clips. These were really extended scenes they showed. So I got to see 2 really awesome scenes of this movie, and it looks really good. So that was pretty cool, actually. We're the first ones to see that. I think I'm pretty excited for the movie now. Actually, I'm always excited for X-Men movies, but it looks really good.
All right. Yeah.
Spoiler, she destroys the whole universe, and then it's born in MCU.
No, I don't have to see it. Thanks.
Man, I hope that's true. I hope that actually happens. What a great way to introduce the X-Men into the MCU.
She looks good as Dark Phoenix, though. She's good.
Yeah, well, you know, it's Sansa Stark, you know. That's all.
And also, so the biggest highlight for me, of course, was doing Super Geeked Up. And easily, I got to say, this was either the best or one of the best, I think, Super Geeked Up shows we've ever done live at a con. It was just awesome. Chris Bramante and Matt Acevedo were the guests, and they were just so hilarious and super funny. We got to do some new stuff we had never done. They did some songs we had never done before. We got to do a new game we had never done at a con before, which was great. the audience was awesome. We had so many more people there than the first time we did it at WonderCon a couple years ago. And super awesome audience. So thank you guys for coming out. If you were there and for watching, you guys were great, and we really appreciate your support.
And the addition of musical tracks, or not track. What do you call it? Like musical
bits. segments.
Segments. There you go. Yeah, music segments. That was a really nice addition. Definitely got the crowd bumping, jamming.
It did. Thanks.
It did. I was watching them.
I know. Yeah. And thanks to Francis and Josh and Johnny and anybody else who were helping out on the crew side. Thank you guys as always. And then we did some gaming too, which was fun. And so we had a good time for all those people who came out to do some gaming with us. Yeah.
What'd you play?
We did the new fake game, Shadow of the Century. I've been running that at some cons, which I love that game. It's set in the 1980s, so you get to be like an 80s movie or TV show you get to be in. I'm going to be running that at Kingdom Con here in San Diego, which is a big board and RPG con next week as well. And then we played a bunch of board games as well, like Grim Forest and Above and Below and other stuff.
I played Shadows of the Century before, and I was a character that was like a cross of MacGyver and American Ninja.
That's awesome. That's great. I love it.
It was a lot of fun.
Sweet. Man.
Yeah, so your WonderCon was a blast. Had a great time.
Yes.
Definitely recommend. Great con. And again, it's not, it's a really good size, but it's not too big, I feel. So it's a really good middle ground.
Yeah, I agree. And the only other thing I want to mention is there's impromptu dance parties apparently in the middle courtyard where the fountains are at Anaheim Convention Center. Man, did so many dance parties happen. It was a little weird.
You're right.
So much dancing this weekend.
Honestly, this is actually one of the nicest looking convention centers in terms of the outside area right around it.
Oh yeah. Well, I think it was renovated. That was renovated like a.
Oh, that's why they didn't have it in 2016. That's why they did in LA.
That's why they went to LA because they. Yeah. So.
But like out by that fountain, you're right. It is like the best picture shot place to do pictures. Oh.
Yeah, you get the nice background. You get the full banner and everything. It's just a great little area. But
and if you folks, what we're talking about, if you look in your upper left there, where the Spidey there is recreating the Spider-Man Homecoming shot. That's the fountain in front of the convention center we're talking about.
I wish I could have done the Stargate portal thing.
Yeah, I showed that too. Fun. Here it is.
Yeah.
I thought that I'm actually really happy with how that came out, and particularly I'm using it as my Facebook profile now because it's a perfect circle that I can for the Stargate, right? The way they do the profile, so it's like perfect. You only see the Stargate.
That is awesome. Hopefully they'll bring that to Dragon Con, maybe. Hopefully.
The Stargate. Well, I mean, it was weird. I don't even know what they were trying to advertise for.
I think we'll start SG Command, their streaming service, is I believe what they were. Right?
Yeah. Okay. There's a whole Stargate's got a good following in Dragon Con, so I think they should go.
Yeah, there used to be a Stargate track when the series were back on the air. Like
that makes sense.
They should bring it back.
What's the new one called? What's the new Stargate called? The web one? Origins?
I think is it Origins?
Origins, right? I think so.
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
It was pretty good, like web series.
Nobody told us that guy's name either from Star Wars, though. Tell us that guy's name, the flying guy who enslaves Anakin.
I think it's Watto. I think you're right.
Is it Watto? Was I right?
Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah.
All right, fine. You don't have to tell us. We got it.
It is Watto. Yes, I looked it up. It's Watto.
All right, thank you. Good.
Annie.
All right, folks, before we move on, here we go. I'm going to show you. They had this. DC had a booth at WonderCon. DC always pretty much does really cool stuff. One of the things you could do is go into this little booth with a green screen, and they would turn you. You would say Shazam, and you would on screen turn into Shazam, and you could shoot lightning out of your hands, and then they would send you the video, which is really cool. And I went at the very end of Sunday because there was almost no line, so I didn't have to wait, which is great. Even though the thing crashed, I did have to wait because I had to reboot it. But
really?
Right before I got in.
That sucks.
So anyway, here you go, folks. These guys have already seen it, but here's the Shazam video with audio. Take it away. This is my awesome moment of turning into a hero. Here we go. Shazam! Yeah, I like that music too, because we're rocking.
Man, I wish I should have gone. I was thinking about it, but the line was always so long to get in. I didn't even think about the last day.
Man. Do it last day. You got to do it.
Well, I got the cool one. I got the cool WonderCon shirt though, so that was because the line for that was just gigantic.
Oh yeah, particularly in the first, for usually the first day, like that WonderCon merch, any merch store is like usually super crowded.
But that, yeah, I really needed to get that shirt. It was such a great.
So here's also, so I actually bought more than I usually do at con. Usually I try to limit myself to only like 1 or 2 things that are not that much. Francis knows this though. So I actually bought this amazing Chun-Li statue, and I don't ever buy stuff like this usually, but this is awesome, and I like don't regret this at all. Like I've set this up and it's awesome. So here we go. Let me try to get this in the camera. Oops, that's not right.
Very cool.
There we go.
I love that.
There's the special. What is it? Bushijo? How do you say it, Francis?
Bushujo.
I don't know. That's totally wrong.
Bushujo
statue. Yeah. There you go.
Is that what she's wearing, or the style?
It means beauty or something in Japan.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Pretty. Cool. So anyway, that's awesome craftsmanship there.
They should have like the Blob in that outfit, in that pose.
Got the blob in this outfit right here.
In the exact pose.
What that is an actual in-game costume, but for which game? I don't remember which Street Fighter that.
Yeah, because it's an alternate costume. Obviously.
It is for one of the. I think it's like. God, it has to be like 4 or 5, I guess. But yeah, it's a real. I don't know. All the statues there were really cool, actually. Because I really was thinking about. I'm a fan of the Cammy, so I was really thinking about. Oh man, Cammy's.
There was a Cammy there, right?
There was a Cammy there, yeah.
Well, so Tammy, Chaz, Sharpie said that was damn cool, so cool. So they're enjoying it. All right, good. Glad you guys enjoyed it. Yeah. That's my most expensive purchase probably at a con, but also I think the best one. All right, there we go. That was pretty much WonderCon. Had a good time. Thank you guys for coming out, and great meeting everybody there. Thanks to all the cosplayers too. All right, here we go. Next super geeky question, and then we'll do Ultimate Geek Championship before we wrap up tonight. So Francis, what is our next super geeky question?
Well, if you're a person who watches television on the regular like I do, there's always going to be that movie that passes on the TV screen that you may have already seen hundreds of times, but you always have to watch it no matter what part it's on. What happens to be that movie? What is that movie that gets you to just stop on that channel and watch that movie all the way through? What do you think, Jeff? What you got one? I bet.
I do. I mean, there's actually a ton, but the first one that comes to mind because it's been on a lot lately is Beverly Hills Cop.
So that. Well, that explains a lot then, because that's the.
That's the picture I put up. Yeah. Of course. On the Facebook post, yeah. I love Beverly Hills Cop. I don't know, man. There's just something so awesome about that movie. I don't care. Like, it's been on all the time lately too, here, and I just watch it every time. Like, it's so good. It's so much fun. Eddie Murphy is great. He's always great, but he's awesome in that role. I don't know. Yeah, I love that movie.
No, as opposed to 48 Hours or
48 Hours is good too. Like Coming to America is amazing. That actually used to be my favorite, but Beverly Hills Cop has got to be my favorite, I think, of his.
Oh yeah, for sure. As Marx,
he's like, I hate that movie.
Cop, what are you talking about? Eddie Murphy.
He's like, it'd be better if it was in French. That's pretty good. That's pretty good, man.
Yeah, Beat the Clumps, or what was the other one? Beat the Clumps.
Are you just naming all Eddie Murphy movies now?
What's the worst movie?
What's the worst?
You think?
Oh wait, he has that really Pluto Nash or something, right? Didn't he have some space movie?
Oh yeah,
Adventures of Pluto Nash. I never saw that, but that got really bad reviews.
I worked at the movie theater when that movie came out. It lasted 1 day.
Really? Wow.
2 people bought a ticket on I think the Friday that it came out, and then that was it. We didn't show it for the rest of the weekend because nobody was coming to buy and watch it.
Yeah, I saw it, but I don't remember what happened at all.
Nothing happened. nothing worth saying.
In the chat, Tammy says Fifth Element is her choice. Yes, that's a great movie. Yeah. Ariella Strauss says Fast and Furious for her and her hubby Smokey and the Bandit.
Sure. Oh yeah.
Deepu says Star Trek 2, The Wrath of Khan. Yes, absolutely. And The Dark Knight, both excellent choices. Victor says The Adventures of Buckaroo Banzai Across the Eighth Dimension is the movie I will stop to watch. All right, nice. And then more recently, Deepu says Spy, the Melissa McCarthy movie. I haven't seen that yet.
Oh, yeah, it's fun. It's a good movie.
It's a good movie.
All right, Marks, what about you? What's that movie you just, you're always going to watch if it comes on?
So, well, first off, I would say that I actually have watched Fifth Element multiple times because it would come on and I'd be like, oh, yeah, let's watch this for a while. In addition, Demolition Man for some reason.
Yes, but, Demolition Man's one of mine too. I always watch Demolition Man.
But one that I haven't actually run across on television, but I watched it a million times when I was younger, and I do watch it anytime it's on, is The Predator. It's my favorite.
Predator, first Predator, right? Original Predator?
Yes, first one.
Yeah.
Kill me, I'm here, kill me. Yeah.
Great action. Quintessential 80s action movie.
That and Commando, right? Like those are the two.
Well, Commando's famous for the chopper line, so that's good just for that.
Yeah.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper. Although Commando's not really one of, like, that's very low on my list. It's good for Schwarzenegger movies, though,
Terminator 2 is like the one, I think.
Terminator is my favorite, the original. But you got Total Recall, you got Running Man, you got a million of them.
Yeah, Running Man. I like Total Recall, too.
Total Recall's great.
Did you watch the new Total Recall when they redid it?
Yes, I did.
True Lies, I think.
It was too similar to the original. I was like, why is this necessary?
Yeah.
But I thought Kate Beckinsale rocked as the villain. She was like kick-ass.
Oh, yeah.
And I just love Kate Beckinsale.
What'd you say, Francis?
True Lies? Is that what you said?
Lies.
True Lies is super fun.
That's my Schwarzenegger movie, I think, because it's dumb enough but fun enough. I think
it's great. It's super fun.
It's great.
He's done a lot of good movies. He was
the king, man, of the '80s for action movies.
Oh yeah, he still's got some good ones. There's a zombie one that he did that's really good too.
Yeah, I have that. Maggie, you mean, right?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it though. I bought it because it looked really good.
But yeah, tell me if it's any good.
Tammy says in the chat, love Demolition Man, 3 shells. Yes, the 3 shells.
Yes. Taco Bell.
I wish I went into. They remade the Taco Bell last year at San Diego, and I'm like, I never went.
What? To the Demolition Man Taco Bell?
Yeah, that Demolition Taco Bell in I think it was the last year or the year before. They transformed that Taco Bell into the Demolition Man Taco Bell. I'm like, oh, I should go. That's
cool. Damn, yeah. Seems kind of random at this point, but that's cool.
Yeah, that's it.
It was an anniversary. It was an anniversary release of the Blu-ray or something, I think. Yeah, but it was an anniversary release for sure.
It was okay, yeah, cool. 25th, maybe 25th anniversary.
Probably.
I think so. I think it was 93. True Lies is the ultimate Arnie movie, is what Tammy says in the chat.
Yeah, I agree.
What is your choice, Francis? What movie would you always keep watching?
Well, here's the thing. I haven't done that in a long time because I don't have regular television.
All right. Well, what did you used to, or what would you if it did? I was thinking,
probably Short Circuit, or because Short Circuit is great, especially
Five is Alive.
Yeah, and it's like Wall-E before Wall-E, right? Like it's got everything. Either that or Batteries Not Included.
I see a theme.
I haven't seen that a long time ago.
So good. When that movie came on, man, I would just sit there and just gobble it all up.
Isn't that also about a robot?
It is. It's about alien robots that come to a diner that's going to be demolished, and they help save the diner. I think it's
nice of those alien robots to save a diner.
Yeah. And they give
it's a little known spinoff of Transformers.
Yes.
Yeah, right. This is like the B team of the Transformers. They just go save diners, not the whole world and the universe.
Yeah.
We're the B team with the GoBots, I guess. Really,
these are the GoBots, dude. I like the GoBots a lot, and I remember, and I know the GoBots are knockoff Transformers, but still, I remember there was a GoBots movie that was released in theaters, and me and my mom were the only ones in the theater.
Oh man, I mean, I guess
but I enjoyed it. But I enjoyed it. I don't care. I enjoyed the movie.
That's good. As long as you enjoyed it, that's the most important thing. Yeah.
I don't know if I ever actually watched GoBots. I just saw the toys. So
yeah, it's different because they are toys. Like they are toys in the cartoon. Like it's weird.
They're really that small?
Yeah, they're small.
Oh,
yeah. They play as toys in the cartoon. So like it's weird.
Interesting.
But it's just a weird thing.
They're Transformers before they grow up.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
By the way, in the chat, Chaz had said Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory is his choice.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Chris says Jaws, as he would always watch it when it comes on. And Tammy references that the Short Circuit song had a rockin' 80s theme song by DeBarge called Who's Johnny? And you know what's funny? I just listened to that again for the first time when I was in the gym last week, and I hadn't heard it probably for like 20 years or something. And I was like, this song is great.
Really good. Yeah, that's the other thing is like these 80s movies had a lot of good music. And definitely
hell yeah, man.
Yeah,
like, very memorable music. Like, I don't really remember music from movies nowadays. Like, I don't not like songs.
Remember that?
Yeah.
You remember Vanilla Ice on the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle movie?
Ninja Rap. Yeah. Ninja Rap, go Ninja, go Ninja, go.
Now he's whatever happened to Vanilla Ice?
And then they were doing a dance with Vanilla Ice in the middle of the dance floor.
Yes.
That was the second one, right? The second Turtles
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it was second. With their knockoff Bebop and Rocksteady, which was like a snapping turtle and something else. What was the other thing? I forget what it was, but they weren't the Bebop and Rocksteady I knew. Well, I know.
That's sad.
It makes me sad. Anyway.
All right, well, here, maybe this will cheer you up. What's our next game?
Oh, dude. Okay. I was gonna say okay.
Oh wait, you're right. You're right. Thank you for reminding me. We did get choices from Facebook.
Yeah.
The Facebook.
The Facebook
of Faces.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, hey, kick us off, Francis. What do people say on Facebook? I'm glad you.
All right, Rachel. Rachel gives love to some great fantasy films such as Willow.
Yes.
And Legend. And another fantasy film, RoboCop.
Willow's one of my all-time favorite films. Rachel, you rock.
Yeah. And now that RoboCop is the new KFC Colonel. RoboCop is awesome. Tammy says girls just want to have fun. I don't know what SJP is. Helen Hunt and SJP, Helen Hunt and
Sarah Jessica Parker.
Oh, Sarah Jessica Parker, yeah. Helen Hunt and Shannon Doherty in one of the most cheesiest, totally 80s movies ever. Girls just want to have fun. I've never heard of it. Never seen it. Carrie says Goodfellas and Pulp Fiction, even though I hate the edited versions on TV. Yeah, that is the worst, right? When you see the edited for time and the censored versions of.
I just feel like they should say, "Hey, we've totally fucked this movie up. Enjoy."
They should say it that way too. Yeah. They just don't censor that part.
Right, exactly. They're not going to censor that part, but they'll censor the actual movie.
I've had it with these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane. That's all I know. That's all I know.
Was that what they do for the TV edit?
That's what they did for Snakes on a Plane. I'm tired of these monkey fighting snakes on this Monday to Friday plane.
I like how they change it though. They change it
Monday to Friday
because they couldn't do monkey flying twice. That would be ridiculous.
No, are you kidding me? No, you can't do that.
Who would say
they
that?
Had a really great advertising campaign during that because I surprised Julie with it, where you can set it up and they'll call out to somebody. And it's like Samuel L. Jackson, like, going, oh, bleeping, snakes on my plane and all that stuff. And she cracked up. It was hilarious. They don't do that anymore.
No.
Those kind of marketing campaigns.
They need to. I mean, that's the stuff they get. It's a viral campaign before viral campaigns were a thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also on Facebook, Alex Martin has said, that list is too long. A Few Good Men, Beverly Hills Cop, Top Gun. Yep, those are all great choices. Sure. James Faraci says, so many in so little time to list them all. All right. Well, I understand though. Yeah, there are a lot. So Jen Heitner, that's my sister, says Dirty Dancing and Pretty Woman. Yes, those are two of her all-time favorites. I love those movies. Those are good. Those are fantastic movies. And Terry Schaefer says Shawshank Redemption.
Oh yeah. Shawshank. So good.
All right. There you go. Thanks, guys. Thanks for all those awesome answers. All right. Hey, now it is time for UGC Ultimate Geek Championship. Yeah. Francis, how does this work?
Ladies and gentlemen, today we pit pairs of fictional characters against each other in epic battles. We will get pairs from us, the guests here on the show, as well as the listening audience in the chat room. Let's see who's ready to rumble. I can't say that, isn't it? Can I? Because that's copywritten.
Oh,
What are you
Is it Ready to Rumble? Or is it...
I don't understand that. How can anything
ready to
really
Monday to Wednesday.
Are you ready for a Monday to Wednesday fight?
I never understood that. Like, how can you stop people from saying words? That seems ridiculous to me.
I don't know.
No,
but
I'm sorry. I refuse.
I'm just saying.
You can say whatever you want on this show. You can be a virgin. You can say whatever you want.
Okay,
You can
good.
be a gender bent Harley Quinn.
$1,000, folks. $1,000. That's all I'm saying.
By the way, on Girls Just Want to Have Fun, Tammy says, by the way, that is one of my all-time favorite songs, but it's a Cyndi Lauper song. It's great. But she says, which I believe is in that movie, you all need to watch, there's a dance contest, blue-collar kids, Catholic school uniforms, and a punk party crash scene. I'm in. Good.
Oh, in Girls Just Want to Have
Fun, the movie, yeah. So Victor already is putting some a challenge here as an Ultimate Geek Championship. So yeah, folks, if you have ones you want us to debate, please put them in the chat. Why don't we start with Victor's? Actually, this is a good one. He says Sherlock Holmes versus Data, which is actually funny because Data played Sherlock Holmes on the holodeck of Next Generation. What do you guys think?
It really depends on which Sherlock Holmes. Are we talking about the Cumberbatch Sherlock Holmes, or are we talking about the Robert Downey Jr. Sherlock Holmes?
Definitely not that one, please.
No.
Are we talking about the elementary Sherlock Holmes on whatever network
How
channel
about the
it is?
Basil Rathbone Sherlock Holmes? Let's go back in the day, back to one of the originals.
Yeah.
Oh, in that case,
Classic.
because Data is 24th century technology.
The Data's got a tech advantage, yeah.
He does have the tech advantage. Yeah, because I mean, look, Sherlock can be. He can only do so much, and he has an addiction to opioids, something.
That's debatable. If he's actually addicted.
Oh, okay.
Data's addicted to emotions or wanting to have them.
Oh, you're right. Yeah, he's messed up.
When
You get him in the motion chip. Here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to say Sherlock Holmes. Actually, I love Data, but
oh wow,
Data.
okay.
Here's the thing. Data was really solving those mysteries because he knew all the answers, right? And then they try to make him solve one where he didn't know anything. So I actually think Sherlock Holmes would be better on real mysteries, like going in and making all these connections than Data would be. I think Sherlock Holmes has. Now I know that's not really a battle necessarily, but if it's a battle of solving crimes, I'm going to go with Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah.
What about solving spatial anomalies?
Aha.
Then I'll go with Data.
Yeah, and if it was fisticuffs, yeah, Data. I mean,
Sherlock Holmes, though, it had the strength much superior to most men. He could bend a steel thing in his hands.
Not Data.
Did he really?
Yeah, that's a little known fact. Actually, Sherlock Holmes, it didn't come up a lot, but he actually was much stronger than a typical person.
Yeah, but yeah, I still.
Like he was very strong for a man.
He lifted weights between reading books. He's like,
and between being addicted to.
Fascinating.
It was all that violin playing, you know?
Right. Yes. No. Hey, man,
violin.
that gets your arms.
Oh, yeah.
That gets your arms going.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So let's see here. In the by the way, Ariella had said earlier, we said we can be a virgin again. Wow, that's great.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
You know what would be interesting matchup? I don't know if we can suggest any or not, but
yeah, sure.
Is Data and Isaac on
on Orville.
Orville? Yeah. That it would be very interesting.
Yeah.
Isaac's a great character.
See, but Isaac has other people. That's the thing. Isaac has the collective.
He's got a posse.
Yeah, but he's by himself. Let's say.
Yeah.
Okay.
On the Orville, he's by himself.
But in the Orville's by himself, yeah. I would still think Data. I think Data would still win. I think Isaac is missing some fundamentals, like I don't know. I don't know. It just feels like he
doesn't have the social
like a mouth.
Skills.
He doesn't have a mouth.
Skills of Data, that's for sure.
I would say that, yeah.
He's got worse social skills. He doesn't carry it.
He only has eyes. You're right. He only has eyes.
He does have a gun head.
Oh, he do. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, you're right, Isaac. Forget it, Isaac.
That's what you guys say.
You're right. Isaac's got a gun head.
His head turns into a gun.
Yeah, Data. Dana might have a phaser, but by the time the phaser comes out, Gunhead comes out. Boom, done. Oh yeah, Isaac.
By the way, Tammy said Sherlock lifted big books. That's how he got strong. And then she also says, "I like big books, and I cannot lie."
I like it. I like it a lot.
Only hard copies. Hard copy.
Get out of here. All right. We got some great suggestions from the chat, but let me do one of the ones I came up with. Let's do. I'm going to do this actually because I got my Chun-Li statue. So I want to see a Chun-Li versus Black Canary. Who do you think would win?
Ooh.
I have an answer.
What is it?
Oh, Chun-Li. Those thighs just kill anybody. Those thighs will kill anybody, man.
Dude, that's the thing. Man. Look at these. Look at them, man.
Yeah. You can't not look at them. They're like, usually.
But here's the thing. Black Canary, and I was actually reading an article on this. Black Canary is traditionally one of the best martial artists in the DC universe. That's how she's ranked, right? But I'm still going Chun-Li because Chun-Li is one of the best martial artists in the entire world. Right? How'd she get to right into the tournament otherwise? And you're right. Those kicks, you can't stop those kicks. You can't even see them. No.
Yeah, they're too fast.
Yeah.
They're just too fast. And sure, Canary has the scream, but I mean,
I feel though the kicks are so fast they would dissipate the scream from hitting Chun-Li. Exactly. And Canary can't go on her head and spin around upside down.
No,
she can't. I never have seen that now.
No.
So I'm going Chun-Li. What do you do, Marx? Which one?
Yeah, I would go Chun-Li also.
All right. A little bit of Francis, what is one of yours?
Oh boy. One of mine is, see, do I get a serious one or a funny one? I'll do a funny one real quick. John Wick versus Ted Theodore Logan.
Ted Theodore Logan?
Yeah, who's that?
Ted Theodore Logan is a part of a two-man group called the Wild Stallions, and they went through time in a box.
Bill and Ted.
This is a deep cut, man. What is this from?
Bill and Ted.
Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
Oh, Bill and Ted.
Yeah, so Bill is Bill S. Preston Esquire, and Ted is Ted Theodore Logan.
Oh, so it's Ted from Bill and Ted.
Stallions.
So it's it's Keanu Reeves.
Yeah, Keanu Reeves versus Keanu Reeves.
You know what? You just make your Ariella very happy, I'm sure, because she loves Bill and Ted. Has been talking about like the anniversary and Bill and Ted 3 and stuff.
And then Ted the talking bear jumps in. Complicates things.
So who was the other one? John Wick?
John Wick versus Ted Theodore Logan. So in other words, Keanu.
So a hitman versus
time traveling teenager.
Yeah.
Then they realize they're in the Matrix, and Neo comes in and just beats them up.
Why didn't I think of that?
But then they realized it's really Johnny Mnemonic who had been jacked into the Matrix.
And then they realized the guy from the lake house, and really he's just sending letters back in time.
To Sandra Bullock, yeah.
Sandra Bullock.
I'm going to go
And then they realize they're all possessed, and then Constantine exercised them.
We are just not going to stop, obviously, with these kind of
No, apparently not. He's got a lot of roles.
Because they were all in a bus that couldn't go under
50 miles an hour. That's what I just... And funnily, Sandra Bullock also happened to be there for some reason.
Two Sandra Bullocks. Mind blown.
I'm going to go Ted, because Ted can travel through time, so he could stop John Wick by just traveling through time.
See, that was my original argument, thinking in my head when I was putting that together. I'm like, of course he can go back in time and, like, be
a supervillain
and be supervillain and conquer the world. But he can also get the help of, like, even though it's just him, what he did in the movie was he got the help of Genghis Khan and Napoleon. So he has all of these, like,
he has history's greatest legends helping him.
Yeah. I would call them the Legends of Yesterday.
I like that series much better than Legends of Tomorrow.
You need to watch the Bilbo finale.
All right, by the way, all right. Tammy says, isn't Keanu Bill? I get them mixed up. No, he was Ted, right? Keanu is Ted?
Keanu is Ted, yeah. Bill is Alex Winters.
Yes, thank you.
And we're getting a sequel. It's happening.
Bill and Ted 3, I know. Ariella says she's shooting in New Orleans. Cool.
Oh, really? Cool.
So Chaz has a matchup for us. How about Jeff versus Francis?
Oh, wow.
So, obviously, I would dress up in my Harley Quinn costume. And first off, you would be so disgusted, you would be throwing up. And then I would just take my hammer and smash you over the head and defeat you. Or maybe you'd be so turned on, I should say, that I would seduce you.
It's taking a weird turn.
Look, either way, Jeff, you win.
Thank you. I think so as well.
I got nothing. I have a bad Gomer Pyle impression. That's all I have.
That's actually a really good Gomer Pyle. He did it last week.
Oh, really?
Yeah, for a weird Shazam.
All right, hey, I like this matchup that Ariella said because I was actually going to do a Kit versus Speed Buggy matchup. So, but she says, how about Michael Knight for Knight Rider versus Reno Reigns from Renegade? I don't know if you guys.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I like both those shows. So Lorenzo Lamas played Reno Reigns there, and of course David Hasselhoff played Michael Knight. So if it's just those two, Reno Reigns is actually a skilled fighter, and Michael Knight can't do shit except jump on people and give them one punch, knock them out. That's all that ever happened to Knight Rider.
That's how good he is. Just needs one punch.
Right, one punch man. That's who he is.
Yeah.
Does he do the Kirk two fist? Back of the
no.
back?
He would leap. He would chase them, leap, tackle them. They would get up, boom, knock him out. That's every fight. That's what it was.
Yeah, I don't remember Michael Knight being any good at martial arts. Yeah.
No, but since he has Kit, I'm still gonna go with him because Kit's the coolest fucking thing ever, and Kit would just take out Reno Reigns. Reno Reigns has a motorcycle. What good is that against Kit?
Nothing. I guess
it's good if they're going in the alley.
Yeah.
Okay. But Kit can turn on his side like this. I'm trying to do it. Sorry,
unless
go down the alley,
and then Renegade can shoot the gas line or whatever underneath the vehicle.
But Kit has armored. His whole car is armored, including the tires.
Oh, really? The tires?
I was actually reading about Kit online today to look on, and he had so many powers it was ridiculous. I had to stop.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, he could do everything, man. Obviously, he had a grappling hook. He could do the turbo boost. He got super pursuit mode.
He can like put out fires with CO2. Yeah,
oil slick probably, right?
He has oil slick. Sure.
Smoke screen.
He needed to transform into a mecha.
Yeah, he transformed a little bit in the later seasons, right? He had like the super pursuit mode where his
where the spoiler would lift up. Yeah. And the things would expand in the front. You're totally right. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It did all
Super
sorts of
pursuit mode is what it was called. Yep.
I was like, that was weird.
he also could let you play video games when you were in the car riding around.
Yeah.
On the screen.
Oh man.
Cool.
You didn't have to drive, man.
Nice.
Like he just drove for you.
Yeah.
He's way cooler than any like freaking Tesla.
He was Tesla before Tesla was a thing.
Exactly. All right, wait a minute. Let's hear it. There was some other good ones in the chat. Let me just work at least one more in. I'm trying to find them here. Oh boy, God, there's so many good ones here. Oh, Jackie Chan versus Arnold Schwarzenegger is what Tammy says, and that's good because we were talking about Arnold. Jackie Chan, of course, had amazing some of my favorite movies ever from in the 80s over in Hong Kong.
Yeah,
I would say Jackie Chan. He's so wily.
Yeah, Jackie Chan all the way.
Yeah, Jackie Chan. He's amazing martial artist, and
he could take a hit.
Yeah, Arnold's tough, but he's not. Yeah.
He's be like, get out of here.
All I could do is puns. I don't know anything else. Oh, he did.
All right, here. This one's for you. I came up with this one especially for you, Mark, because I know you love him. Martian Manhunter versus Iron Man.
Martian Manhunter all the way.
There's no way Iron Man can be Martian Manhunter.
Wow, I'm going Martian Manhunter too, but I thought it would be more of a
phase through him. Zoom.
Yeah, and I don't know. He could like transform into Pepper Potts and seduce him out of his armor, and then
we're doing a lot of seduction arguments on this show.
Well, yeah. It's what happens when you have a shapeshifter. It's a lot of seduction.
Because Martian Manhunter seduces people all the time.
That's his
actually, he doesn't. He actually doesn't do that, does he?
No.
He should, but
he's never done that, has he? I don't know. He should.
No.
And he has like some type of mild mind control, sort of like mind manipulation.
He can mind manipulate, right?
Yeah. Has he? Well, no, never mind. I was gonna say I can't remember any relationships he's had. But then he did on Supergirl with that one other Martian.
Oh yeah, with the white.
He only dates other Martians.
Yeah.
He should have a nice relationship with a human person.
He should. Sure.
Settle down. Yeah, settle down. Have a nice.
Have some kids.
Have some kids. So it's with the human. Sure, why not?
Yeah, why not?
Tammy says Martian Manhunter all the way. By the way, to that one.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, I love Martian Manhunter. He is so underrated. They need to do a movie. They should do a movie.
Well,
I agree.
they
He
did
is one of the most underrated characters, and they always just have him get beat up, which is ridiculous.
I know, right? He's pretty much one of the most powerful characters in DC Universe, and he gets beat up every time.
No, you know.
So Tammy adds Martian Manhunter versus Mystique. So 2 shape changers.
Ooh, the Martian Manhunter has other powers too.
Yeah, that's the thing. Mystique.
He just read her mind. And go, no, you're not, Professor X. To change. No, you're not, Magneto. I could tell.
I hope he says it that exact same way.
Exactly.
Right. No, you're not.
No, you're not. You're not the. You're not the Professor X.
who, of course, was played by the British man trying to be French. So there you go, full circle, full circle.
Wait, oh, you mean Patrick Stewart?
Yeah, because Jean-Luc Picard is supposed to be French,
right? But he speaks with a British accent,
right? Because he thought
that drives me nuts too. By the way, every show set in France, they have him speak with British accents.
Yeah, obviously in the future, France gets taken over with Britain.
Right, exactly true. except we actually go back to France in that show at one point to his family.
Yeah, and his family all speak have an English accent. Nobody has a French.
They all were colonized by the British, so it's okay.
Oh, the woman does. The wife does, but not the brother. The brother
actually, I think, has kind of a French accent.
Really?
But here's the thing. But take the show Rain, which is set back in medieval France, and they all speak with British accents.
Well, yeah.
And they always do that. It drives me nuts. Why can't you just speak with a French accent or hire French actors?
Have you? Well, because they'll sound like your impression, I guess, if they speak English with a French accent.
Well, okay, then hire French actors, please.
That makes more sense. But yeah, I mean,
there are very good French actors out there.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, no, definitely. Please don't sound like me.
That would be a great Jean-Luc Picard. Make it so.
Number 1, engage.
He just sit there in a chair and smoke his cigarette.
Oh, Q, why are you bothering me again?
Oh man, we
should. Can we just actually do can we just redub all the next gen episodes and just do that for Picard's lines?
It'd be great.
I'd love to hear his serious monologues done in the French accent. That'd be amazing.
I think Q is basically like a leprechaun, right? So he should be all like Irish accent, like all the way.
Oh, Captain Picard, why are you doing this to us, eh? You should be testing yourselves with the Q continuum.
Q, I've got enough of your foolishness. Be gone.
You'll never be rid of me, Jean-Luc Picard. No, you're always gonna have to deal with the Q like myself.
Take me back to the Borg.
The what?
I started to do a pirate French.
Arg. USS Enterprise.
The Borg should be pirate, actually. Resistance is a futile, don't you know?
So episode 300, everyone just does random accents the entire episode. Done.
Okay, that I definitely want to do. I absolutely want to do that. Please, please remind us of that, folks. In 50,
the rule should be no one speaks their normal.
No one speaks like themselves.
Everybody's got to speak something different.
Right. But yeah, we can switch it up, but as long as we don't speak our normal.
Yep.
Oh my God, that would be the hardest, but also the most ridiculous show we've ever done.
Perfect for an episode 300. Perfect for a milestone episode, I think. Yeah.
Absolutely. By the way, Tammy says yes, that his brother did have a French accent. Thank you for backing me up there, Tammy.
There you go.
Yeah. Tammy says no wonder the French hate English speakers. I'm not helping the cause at all. Yeah. I do it out of love though, because I actually do. Actually, you know what? Everybody in France was super polite and awesome that I encountered. They were fantastic.
Oh yeah, I love
the French.
Marseille and Paris were great.
Yeah, so
Very
cool.
nice.
You know what I loved is, and this happened multiple times, but in Marseille, I went to this island off the coast of Marseille. It was my favorite thing. And one of those islands is actually where the Count of Monte Cristo is set in. It's called Castle d'If.
Oh.
But there's other islands past that. Anyway, like I'd be sitting out there about to eat, and then just random people would go by and like bon appetit, and I'm like, that's so nice, right? Like that never happens over here. Then nobody walks by and says like, have a great meal or enjoy your hamburger.
It'd be funny with just all tourists saying, and they just thought you were.
No, it was. Yeah, I could tell by the.
I know.
It was a real French woman. That was super cool. That was so nice. I thought, like, what a nice cultural thing.
It was an English person pretending to be French. Yeah, that was what it was.
Because imagine if I walk by over here and I just like, imagine in Wondercon, we're just walking by and like, enjoy your hamburger, enjoy your taco, have a great meal. People think we're nuts.
Yeah. Well, remember that one time in San Diego Comic-Con where we're eating and that one woman comes up to me and asks for fries or something? I forgot what it was.
What happened?
Remember we were like sitting outside and these girls come up and then one of them's like, "Is fries good? Can I have a fry or something or whatever?"
Was that like San Diego?
Yeah. Yeah. What? Right? Yeah. Yeah. It's San Diego.
I don't think I
would. But then didn't they not take it or something?
Oh. Yeah.
Didn't they like?
So I think I already ate most of my fries. She didn't realize it. So like, I guess, and she saw there's no fries, and she's like, "Oh, you suck" or something. And then you're like, "Why didn't they ask for my fries?"
Right. They were only interested in you. That was
yeah. Yeah.
There's my fries.
That was their way. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go.
Great. Thanks for that great story.
You're welcome. Anytime. Next time I'll do it in Italian accent.
Well, good. You'll have to because it'll be episode 300. All right. So I guess that's it, right? Yeah. Okay. I think we're gonna wrap it up. Unless you have one last. Do you have one last funny one, Francis?
Well, the only last one, and this is the reason why I would bring this up is because of the camp to have this happen. But Thanos versus Ant-Man. Now, have you heard the theory of how Marx has?
Yeah.
Have you heard this? So the joke around the internet is that Ant-Man would shrink down to the tiny, go up Thanos' ass, and then expand and kill Thanos.
Oh God, it's gross.
So, but then the counter argument to that is, well, Thanos is indestructible, so really you would just end up crushing Ant-Man between his butt cheeks, and thus killing Ant-Man in the process.
They just squeeze.
Right. I mean, that's the thing. I mean, it's not like Ant-Man could survive being squeezed by his buttocks.
No. So Josh Brolin puts out a tweet or an Instagram of him on the toilet, squeeze like he's, I don't know, taking a shit or something.
Was it just him, or did he look like Thanos?
No, it was just regular him doing it as a response to the comment of Ant-Man killing Thanos through the butthole. It's really weird that it took off, but I'm like, oh, okay. But so that was my joke. When the other one was Gandalf versus Dumbledore, but whatever.
Instead of constipations, anstipation.
Anstipation.
I don't know.
But yeah, no, the other one was so that was it. I had Gandalf versus my last one was Gandalf versus Dumbledore, but that's nowhere near hilarious. That's just me.
That's a really tough one though.
It is a tough one.
Dumbledore? What?
Gandalf versus Dumbledore.
Oh yeah.
That is a tough one, right?
They're almost so powerful and so old, right? I mean, I'm sorry. I meant old as in.
You're so.
They would just grab each other's beards.
I meant old as in they have tons of experience and power from their age.
They just wait out each other until they die of old age.
They'll fall down. Oh, my hip. Oh, my hip.
Dumbledore, you are so damn old.
Yeah, they both break a hip. Yes, they both are very experienced and very powerful wizards. That's why I thought it was a really good matchup. Because like that's a tough one, right?
It is. That'd be almost like a draw. If I had to choose right now, I'd go Dumbledore, but a gut reaction. And probably because I like Harry Potter better.
Oh yeah, yeah. See, I would have gone Gandalf because I like as much as I love Harry Potter, the Lord of the Rings holds a special place in my heart.
Mm-hmm.
Gandalf can get pretty powerful at times.
He can, especially depending if he's gray or Gandalf the Gray or Gandalf the White. Like that's the other question you have to put into it because he has two forms. But yeah, they're both pretty
Dumbledore
powerful.
has Alive or Dead.
Alive or Dead?
Oh, that's his choices.
Oh.
State he's in. So Necronius is definitely coming on the Gandalf side. He says Gandalf is equivalent to a demigod or archangel, and Dumbledore is a very skilled magician.
Oh, that's
Well,
true.
if you put it like that, sure. Now you're putting.
If you want to put labels on it.
Yeah, if you want, yeah, let's not.
I don't know, but Dumbledore can like speak to you from beyond the grave, right? Like he speaks to Harry.
Well, he did. Yeah, he did to Harry. Yeah.
So he can transcend. I mean, I know, yes, Gandalf transcends death too. He comes back to life, but Dumbledore can do it non-corporeal. I feel.
Yeah, he could probably do it. Yeah. What was it? Astral plane esque.
Yeah. So there, I'm still going with Dumbledore. Haha.
All right. All right.
Well, Gandalf can just, resurrect himself, summon up some angels or eagles, sorry, fly in all hip like with music playing, like the lights going.
The only problem is like do that in the beginning. Like if he had just done that in the beginning, the movie would have been over. the book would be over. Just summon the eagles right off the bat. Why wait until you're halfway?
The eagles are their own people. They're not always on call. They're not like Ubers. Okay, you just can't call them all the time. They got lives.
I guess
that's to take care of.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, I was doing Uber Eats at the time. I can now take you if you'd like.
Yeah. Dumbledore has Fox, a phoenix, which is way cooler than an eagle.
Oh, that's true. He does have a phoenix.
But the most important reason for Dumbledore is that he lives in England, so obviously he has the best French accent.
Oh, yeah. Okay. There's some things I can't argue, and
it's tough to argue. Yeah,
the English having a French accent.
That's what you need. We need to do Dumbledore French and Gandalf with Italian accent sometime.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
What happened to Australian that you guys were playing around with, or
He didn't,
I gave up.
Australian's so tough because you're right. Unless I can say crikey, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's tough. Unless crikey or mate, I have a hard time.
Crikey, Sheila. If I do that, like you slang.
Crikey. You say water. You say water. There's a way to do it. There's a way not to do it.
You should do it. You're doing it next time. Then you can do it.
Good.
I mean, but
you could be Australian Wolverine.
Yeah.
Crikey, bub.
Yeah. Crikey, bub. Yeah.
Wait, say his famous line, Francis, as Australian.
Which one? What's
I'm the
famous?
best at what I do.
Oh, I'm the best at what I do.
It's pretty good.
I'm the best. Ah, all right.
What I do isn't pretty. Yeah.
What I do isn't pretty. But I like to do it with water. That's all.
You know what? And Hugh Jackman is Australian, so that makes sense.
And it works perfectly. Like, that's not a knife. This is a knife.
Yeah. There's 3 knives. Yeah. I mean, look, yeah. Okay. But pirate then. Someone's got to do a pirate accent.
That's Wolverine when he had an eye patch. Remember that?
Yeah. Yeah. Did he really?
Did he lose an eye?
Yeah. It was back a long time ago in comic books. He changed his, I forgot what he did it, but I don't know if he changed his identity or what, but he called himself Patch and he had an eye patch.
Did he lose an eye or he just wanted to wear a patch?
I don't think he lost an eye.
He could just regenerate it, right? Eventually.
Yeah, I can't remember the reason why he did it, but
he had an itch. He was trying to scratch his eye.
Yes. Right. Oh, not again. Crikey.
Crikey. I did it again. Crikey.
Tammy says Francis should be an Australian supervillain. I like that.
There you go. All right. Next episode 300, I'll do an Australian supervillain.
Chris was saying he remember the time he was on SGU and he had to do an Australian accent. Chris, stop. You're just as good as Marx and I do Australian accents. So we all can't be as amazing as Francis doing it. Thank you for doing that, Chris. Look, here's the thing. Anybody who like puts themselves out there and tries to do something like this, man, I have huge respect. So I think you're awesome for doing that.
Now this takes a lot of guts, man. Like this is, I don't ever say this, but doing this show always takes me out of my comfort zone. Behind a camera, I'm only just behind a mic, so this always takes me right out of there to do some weird stuff. So, thanks, Jeff.
Glad to oblige. It is my pleasure.
Right now, you have to end. Now you have to wrap up the show as a Frenchman.
Okay, I will.
I thought you were gonna say he has to rap in French.
Oui. No.
Yeah. Oui. No.
God. Apologies once again to France and everybody in Quebec.
All right.
All right. So Scorpio, by the way, says that was brilliant. I don't know if he means our accents or something else, but sure, we'll take it.
Yeah.
Before we get on out of here, we can just do accents all night, but we will wrap it up, I guess. By the way, he says Patch was the disguise, Scorpio says, when the X-Men were presumed dead in the comics.
Oh, yes.
Thank you, sir. Marx, go ahead.
Wait, so Wolverine thought he still had the hair, probably, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So he thought, I'm going to disguise myself with one eye patch, and no one will recognize me.
Sure. Well, I mean, he didn't wear the costume either, obviously. So.
Okay. Actually, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. But okay, never mind. Comics, people.
All right, so Marx, tell me where they can check you out online and all that good stuff, and about the festival again.
Yeah,
you can find me at marxpyle.com. You guys find Genre Entertainment over there. And also on Twitter at Mr. Marx. And then KWC Film Fest. You can find it on Facebook. We have an event page there. And also just look up KWC Film Fest. And also, of course, the Film Freeway site page.
All right, check it out. Francis, where can they find you?
Me not doing accents on sinceresarcasm.net. That's where I do all my shows and podcasts and whatnot. I'll be having some my own WonderCon stuff up there soon, as well as some video and whatnot. So go ahead and check it out there. And I am at AKA the other guy on all of the social medias, and I have nothing cool like Marx does. So that's all I have.
You got lots of cool stuff. You got a cool Australian accent.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Folks, you can check us out at supergeekedup.com. Check all our other episodes, the Super Knocked Up series I mentioned. That's going to be at the festival. Some gaming streams we've done, DC Action Hour, all that good stuff. Please subscribe to us on YouTube if you haven't already, and follow us on Twitch. And if you really want to support us, we have a Patreon page, patreon.com/supergeekedup. Thank you again to Ariella, our newest one, and thank you also to people like Francis and Lister's Mate and Victor, who are watching live now, who are supporters. Thank you guys so much. And also, if you'd like to get a free Super Knocked Up comic book and some RPG books from Evil Hat Productions, which make the Fate games, on your screen right now is a code. You can text SGU to 22828, and we'll send you some free stuff. And all you'll sign up for an email list, but all we do is like once or twice a month, we'll send you some stuff about what cons we're going to be at, so you can have fun with us. All right, I think that's everything. Thank you to Marx for coming on. Of course, being a guest. Hope the festival goes great. Thank you once again to Francis, as always.
Thank you.
Everybody in the chat, thank you guys. You guys rock. Thank you for watching live and all those great suggestions and putting up for our ridiculous accents. If you're watching the post, thank you as well. Of course, we appreciate you. And anybody, again, once at WonderCon, everybody at WonderCon we met who came to our show, or we met at cosplayers, all that stuff. Thank you guys. You guys rock. We had a great time. So we'll be back next week. We have 2 more episodes this season, folks, before we wrap up our current season. So stay tuned for that. And so we will hopefully see you next Wednesday at 11 p.m. Eastern, 8 p.m. Pacific. Until then, stay geeky, everyone!
Wait, no.